daily basis, I write about like ancient Chinese artworks and how they are like relevant, they can be relevant to modern life and modern society. And that's why I'm saying that this is really a very new experience to me. And what is so interesting about this is that because I always deal with artworks that is produced by dead people, and this time I don't have like access to the artist as well because of the nature of this project, because of this very special rule. And I think that is quite similar to what I'm doing. I was thinking maybe I can make up a story, a narrative about this, instead of treating this artwork as something that is deliberately made for an exhibition. I'm thinking like, because there are a lot of hints like, why 4:21 a.m. and then what kind which country is this passport from? And then it seems to me like I want to like read it like a detective novel.
I didn't want to paint something that's specific to Australia or New Zealand. And so, yeah, I chose something that wasn't as recognisable because, you know, that's sort of what my practice is about, picking these recognisable objects and then sort of exploring people's interpretations of them.
I think if I know Hugo more, I can write more about his style or his concept behind his artwork. But I think now what I can write is just what coming from my impression. That's all. Very instant expression, just like that.
So when I read Laura's piece, I immediately connected to the piece because I feel like she knows something about the background, and I can actually tell more about it.
I felt that this was a piece by a person who has a very developed practice that just came through in the work. I feel that people who are working especially in installation art and that sort of thing are usually politically motivated or have a greater awareness of the world around them, maybe than writers often do.
In the piece that I wrote to your picture, the underlying theme really is someone who has been created as a cyborg with a purpose, like someone who is connected to their humanity, but is disconnected by the mechanics of what they've been forced to do.
Who was I before the sky was on fire? The breath of my designer, a survivor. When it started, I was carbon, child of modern shaman, social credit pariah. All my instincts repurposed, commercial versions of virtue. Eventually my generation was sidelined, decommissioned, deemed inefficient.
Thank you to you, because when I received your poem, it was like receiving a gift, and I was very grateful for the time that you'd put in. I really enjoyed reading your work.
It's a pantoum, which is a it's derived from a Malaysian form of poetry, and has a sequence of repeating lines where you see the repetition offering subtle gradations or slight transitions in meaning as each one progresses. But in the same sense as the visual piece, I wanted something that was both narratively and stylistically reflective of a map.
It is a map of my community in Cambridge, and I have because I'm studying here, and I have been living in the new city for more than 6 months now. And as I'm more familiar with the community, I decided to draw a map of it by memory.
3. I lost the name of the station where I should get off. Credit card. Identification code. Birthday. Compass. Key, medicine. A cluster of disconnected numbers, alphabets, objects, a telephone booth ahead. Lingering lines. 4. His fingertips are stiff. Palms soft. I scrape the greasy Vaseline and cover each fingertip. The ointment is continuously dissolving, but there is no way to press the shutter. 5. It keeps moving towards the light. Distorted. Left. Right. Bending itself inwards, until the balance is lost.